people? What up, people?
Oh, let me get back.
What up, people? 90 miles from comics. We live. We trying to make things happen.
Don't literally don't.
All right.
Watch out for the fan.
Don't move. Okay.
Oh, I didn't hear that part, bro.
He said it twice. Chad, don't move.
Jay, don't move. Jay, don't move. Jay, look out for the guard. Jay, look out for the guard.
Yes. Sharing it.
Chad was the kid, and Joe with the chair was Eddie Brock in the car.
Right? I like it. I like it like that. All right, so I'm just sharing this out to a couple people.
Let me do it too.
You know, we're trying to get the
Shit.
word out there.
We got two in the chat.
Javi's here?
Yeah.
All right, word. Is there no, and there's another chair for him, right?
Wally West is here.
Wally West is live. Thank you, Wally, for joining us, man. We're just getting ready to finish things up, and then we'll be talking some comics soon.
Wally West is back from the dead.
Back from the dead.
We got four now.
All right. We're
Actually, I
so,
think it's us.
yeah, it's all of us. It's all of us.
Back from the dead.
Back from the dead.
Why does it do it when I have it on mute?
Because you don't have your media on mute. You only have your phone on mute, bruh. Oh, Joe, do you have a water?
I think you started.
Yeah, we are. We're live. We're getting ready to hit. You just got to hit record on the GarageBand, but we're live on YouTube, bro. So we're trying to get this.
We leave the magic button to you.
Well, I heard you were here, so I was like, all right.
So let me log on real quick.
All you got to do is,
Oh, I love the shirt, bro.
Thanks,
yeah,
bro.
it's sick.
Oh.
They compliment it.
I like the haircut.
It's his big life.
That's his evil genius side right there. You guys want the camera right here or the laptop right here?
Yeah, just so you can kind of see it, I guess. Or it's not in the picture. You can have it that way. That's fine, Javi. GarageBand. I mean, we can scoot over a little more. You got some more space, Kevin. You can squeeze in, so we can squeeze in Javi in here.
What more can I squeeze?
What do you mean?
Unless I just completely leave the table.
Yeah, right there. You'll be fine. Mike will pick you up.
Nah, I'm loud as fuck. I can go back home.
Yeah, man, we're good.
Yeah, please. Yeah, you're always the loudest. The kid's sleeping. If Kevin goes louder, that's it.
Oh my god.
The
The chosen one would wake up.
2 blocks away would hear.
All right.
That's the broadcast.
GarageBand's open. All you got, what you do?
No, nothing.
All right. GarageBand's open, so all you gotta do, Javi, is hit record. Let me know when we're going live on the GarageBand, and then we'll get this show on the road. Thank you for everyone that's joining us in the live feed. Everyone does it.
Everybody does the exact same thing.
Same exact thing. We got Carlos back up in here. We got Wally West joining us again. We got all 5 of us that are doing the live show up in here too, which is funny.
If you guys want
That.
All right.
All right, gents.
All right, bro. Let's do it, man. Let's get this show on the road.
5, 4, 3, 2.
What is going on, comic book world? It is that time once again, 90 Miles from Comics. As always, I'm your host, Chad. I'm here with the whole crew. We're in the House of the Heel, and we got the wall of pops behind us, which is awesome. I can't really see it, but, I can see it on here. So, yeah. No, it's sick. It's super sick. Unfortunately, not unfortunately. Fortunately for you guys, we have a ton of awesome people on the show, so we had to angle the camera so we can all get fit in here. And as Javi's trying to figure out where Google Hangouts went, but thank you guys for joining us, Joe. Thank you for having us, bro. I know we missed you last week, man.
Yes.
You know, it's all right. Well, thank you for hosting us this week, which is pretty awesome. Javi, thank you for guiding us through the airwaves as always, my friend. We got Mr. Red Carpet here.
As always, loud as fuck.
Yeah, always. And the big man, Justin. What's going on, man?
Not much.
I see that a lot of your ink's getting filled up over there. We were talking about that before.
You got Jared. He got Nihilus there now.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Sick. So a lot of stuff happening in comics. There was a lot to read last week. There was some pretty good stuff. I think we're gonna talk 3 books. 3, I guess, of the important stuff. I guess you can say, or at least the important stuff to us. Like you know what I mean?
Because the only other things that were last week was, there was the Immortal Hulk was this week, right?
Yeah, it came out this week.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
so
exactly what I'm doing.
The only other thing was Action. So and I
didn't read Action. No.
So we got the 3 big ones. So I think we're pretty good.
Yeah, no, for sure. And then of course we had that trailer drop over the Super Bowl. Did anyone see the Super Bowl before?
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
I did.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You guys didn't like it?
no.
No.
I don't really care.
Yeah? You didn't really
But I
care.
will say, I tell you what my favorite commercial was, and I've watched it every day since then because I think it's funny as shit. Is the 100th season of
The NFL.
the NFL,
The NFL?
where
Oh,
they're
yeah.
all fucking playing
I love
football in the.
That's funny.
It's a good commercial.
I've watched it every day since then. I think it's hilarious.
No, I agree. I think that's
Just all the people that they have in there and all the shit that they're doing.
Yeah.
Fucking Deion Sanders in the beginning, I think is fucking great.
Did anyone see that Deion Sanders 30 for 30? That was really good, actually.
No, I gotta
Yeah.
watch that.
It was actually it's about him about the time that he tried to play baseball and
And
football
football, right.
within 24 hours, but they didn't. The baseball team didn't let him. It was actually during the national championship game. Sorry, it was during the national championship game.
Well, one of the best ones I ever watched is, me not caring for sports, I love 30 for 30. I think they're great.
Oh yeah, man, they're always really well done.
Yeah, but the Bo Jackson one.
Oh,
Oh,
awesome,
yeah.
Bo
for sure.
Jackson one is fucking great.
Yeah, man, for sure. All right. So did anyone enjoy the halftime show?
No,
I watched
God,
halftime
no.
heat.
So
Yeah. So
Good
halftime
good-
heat.
good
Yeah,
choice.
yeah.
Good
Halftime
choice.
heat was where it was at. If you did not see that,
What's that?
wrestling.
Oh,
Yeah.
He watched the
Yeah.
right shirtless person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
yeah, right, yeah.
The guy that's supposed to. Be.
Unfortunately, that was what the wife wanted to watch was the halftime show.
She was watching.
So,
I was
yeah, all right,
I was
whatever.
watching.
it was bad, but I love the memes that came after. The memes have been great.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
There's been a lot of memes lately that have been great. All right, so we're here to talk comics because that's what we do best. Do we want to open up with Marvel or DC?
Let's start with the detective.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna open up with DC. All right, so Detective Comics 997. We're still on the countdown to 1,000. Supposedly 1,000 is gonna be this big book. I know our local comic book shop is doing a midnight release, so you should definitely check out your local comic book shop for a midnight release. And by the way, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I just want to thank everyone that's joined us here in the live chat, in the live feed. Thank all of you that are listening to us on iTunes, SoundCloud, or Stitcher, however you are listening to us. But remember, you can come interact with us on our live YouTube channel, Chad 90MF Comics. Soon I'm going to be changing the name, probably to 90MF Comics or 90 Mouse and Comics. But we'll all discuss that later.
Mm-hmm.
But come check me out, Chad 90MF Comics. Hit that subscribe button. Come listen to us, interact with us live every Wednesday on the YouTube channel because that seems to be our new thing. It's a lot of fun interacting with the people that are here in the chat. Wally West, Carlos Gonzalez, the Gray Man. So thank you guys for joining us. And Detective 997, Justin, what was your favorite part about this book?
I just love the return of the original Miracle Man.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that
in
was
the
great.
beginning. Yeah, well, and
then the fact that the way they were talking to each other was fucking was great.
and how the book opens up, they're pretty much getting drowned underwater.
Yeah.
They're both tied up.
But it's them kind of going through the motions of what they learned as being escape artists and everything.
And we got the Pop Knight himself in the chat as well. Seth, thank you, Seth, for joining us. And Kat, thank you, Kat. So Batman, Miracle Man, they're drowning, they're tied up, they're surrounded by sharks, they're trying to figure a way out. And as this is happening, Miracle Man is just dozing off, and Batman sees that.
Well,
And
he's not as young as he used to be, so he can't hold his breath as long.
So
And then in the middle of all that, they released Piranha too.
yeah, which is
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But the Piranha actually, because Batman managed to hurt some of the sharks,
yeah,
so
so
the Piranha go
go
after
after
the sharks.
instead of Batman and Miracle Man, and then I just love how like Batman just having this dialogue with himself, and he's referring back to the training that he's had with Miracle Man
Mhm.
because Miracle Man is like this master escape artist. So of course he's trying to recall all the teachings of Miracle Man, and before they even I guess the few moments of conversation they had, like he was like, you're one of my greatest teachers. And Miracle Man's like, yeah, whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, he says that like everyone that was close to me from the beginning, it's targeted that has formed who I am today. And it's like, and you were one of the first teachers that taught me how to escape any situation.
So eventually, Batman escapes. He's able to break out Miracle Man, and he's able to get them to the surface. They're breathing, and then
There's this giant brute of a Batman up
Yeah.
there waiting for him.
which is crazy. I don't know if we could show this off. I'm sure we can kind of see it here. So this giant brute of Batman waiting for both Miracle Man and Batman, and as we had seen, and I want to say like 2 issues before, it's like this Thomas Wayne Batman, and as we all know, this person has been messing with Bruce on the anniversary of the death of his family,
Mhm.
and he's been using his parents and
Yeah,
against
because they all everything kind of comes back into play here because then you've got different versions of these. This whatever this brute is manifesting versions of
Everyone that
everyone
that he
like
loves.
Thomas, to kind of
because you
fight
also
him.
hear the Bat family, like all the Robins and Nightwing and stuff like
Mhm.
that, saying that like you failed us. You seen Commissioner Gordon.
And then you got Batman because like the whole time I'm looking at this fight, I'm thinking Clayface, right?
Yeah,
Because it's like they're
and they're like forming, and then he's ripping up through them, and of course they're not like actual people, and then
because he cuts off Alfred's head at one point.
yeah, which is
yeah, and
crazy.
it comes off kind of like how Justin
Yeah.
explains. It's like as if clay, because it's not really blood.
Yeah, but you see like all the little clay pieces. That's why I kept thinking
Yeah.
Clayface or something. But then he ends up getting thrown into the pit with the piranha, and the last thing he says, "Remember, the cow eats its own," which I thought was very ominous.
Yeah.
But then you have the little reconciliation between Batman and Miracle Man, where Miracle Man's basically like, "I don't know what the hell's going on, but I'm going to throw in with you for a little while."
And then Batman's
It's
like,
like,
nah,
nah.
I'm doing this on my own.
Yeah,
So,
this is solo.
And then it cuts to Gotham City, and then Hugo Strange.
It's been the one behind the saw, and it kind
Yeah.
of makes sense. I was like, all right,
It would
cool.
be him.
yeah, and then it just ends with Batman and
Finding Strange,
Yeah.
So cool read. I'll say this: I know Joe was on this, and Kevin were on Detective a little before Tomasi had come on, but since
Good.
Tomasi's been on, I'm fully on, and it's really, really
Uh,
good. So this is Detective Comics 997. I'll try to show that off real quick. Super dope cover. Yeah, no, they saw it last week. Actually, I should put mine because I have the same books. I should put it right there in the front. Yeah, because we have the comic stand there. The comic stand, bro. I brought the comic stand. So yeah. But no, it was a good read. The art is great. I think it's a great team. Mankey and Tomasi are definitely killing it. So good stuff. If you're not on it, make sure you get on it. All right, that will get us to the next DC book.
Do you want? Okay, so you want to end with Cap?
I mean, I'll say. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, okay. Not that Heroes in Crisis was bad. I thought it was a good read, but there wasn't really much moving along in the story.
Momentum,
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I can pretty much sum up the book. You have Booster Gold and Blue Beetle finally teaming up, and they're trying to figure out the evidence to prove Booster innocent in all of this, which is of course you get to see their interaction and their
But they're hinting at
jokiness.
they Booster's hinting at that. They've been trying to do this using time travel for a while.
Yeah,
Because he talks about how, we'll just steal it from Barry. He's like, you tried that, you got arrested, and then I had to break you out. He's like, yeah, so we'll do it again.
Yeah.
So it seems like they've been trying different angles to get this done. But then you have the little interstitials, like with Commander Steel, where he's just trying to come to terms with the fact that he was dead, and now he's not.
Yeah. What up,
Again.
Bueller? We got comics with Bueller in the house, man. Thanks for joining us, Bueller. You
Again.
are the man. Yeah, bro.
Again, yeah.
Bueller's the man.
So then you cut to a scene with Batgirl, Batman, and Skeets, where Batman is basically interrogated, I guess however you would interrogate an AI, Skeets, and he's like, he's clean. And then Batgirl's like, yeah, but let me get a shot at it.
Yeah. You did your test. Let me do mine.
Yeah.
She's like, I came up with this 24th century algorithm.
Yeah. And then that cuts to a scene with Clark and Lois where basically they're having to come up with a reason and an explanation for Sanctuary because now the world knows about it and people are afraid.
Clark is he's like reading over the news and he's like,
No, he's coming up with his speech.
Yeah, he's trying to figure
yeah,
out what to write to make
Yeah.
people feel calm.
And I guess to confirm to the world that this is
Like,
really
I'm not done
happening.
yet.
It's
I'm
real.
Well, because if you think about it, until this book, you never really thought about shell shock for for superheroes.
Yeah.
So now that we're experiencing, oh shit, these characters have shell shock. So are the characters in the book.
Yeah.
And like nobody ever thinks about, oh my god, these superheroes, they go out, they risk their lives. They got to have trauma based off of it. And now that the world knows about it and they know like how they see how regular war veterans go crazy and shit happens, what happens if you dial that up and it's got superpowers involved
Right.
too? So the world is scared that this actually is a problem now, and Superman, being the voice of everybody, has to figure out a way to kind of calm everybody down and say, look, you don't need to worry about this. We're just like everybody else. You know,
And I like how like we're Batman, and Batman's just like Batman doesn't do press.
because she says this, like, shouldn't you? Because Batgirl says that before he leaves, like, shouldn't you be? Weren't you part of the Trinity?
Yeah, you're like,
And he's like, yeah,
you're
Batman
like
does do press.
essential to the Trinity.
Yeah. So
I
they
like,
go
how,
to.
I like how Lois is like, oh, don't worry about it. There's gonna be a train that hits us. What is it? There's gonna be a train that.
Oh yeah,
hits a
you're gonna have to
spaceship.
leave. No, it's gonna be a train that hits an asteroid or
Yeah.
something, and you're gonna have to leave. So come hold me before you have to go.
Yeah.
So they end up in a Batgirl with Skeets ends up in a park, and Skeets is like, this is where you go. He's like, yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
kind
like,
of
this is
comfy.
your testing environment.
Yeah, look at they're comfy. He's like, so how do you think you're gonna test me? He's like, well, I think you have a secret way of tracking Booster. He's like, well, I don't. He's like, yeah, but I don't think you know that you do. So I'm gonna get it out of you. He's like, well, how? Well, but you're not afraid of Batman when he interrogates you because Batman is inherently good. But you don't know that about me. Am I inherently good?
Yeah.
And then she just drops the ball on her. You know, it's like, she's like, you know, am I going to be good? Am I going to do this? Or, you know, are you going to have to worry about her? And then Harley's there.
Yeah, man. And this this shot
And
of
then
Harley.
he's like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I like her song.
Yeah, or the little poem or the little song she's singing. That shot of Harley. First of all, Clayman just kills.
Clayman
Yes.
is amazing.
Like
I was saying before the show, I'm with Chad on this one. He's my new favorite.
like and this creative team, man, just of Tom King and Clayman. There's probably
Hell, Javi, even show the cover.
It's
I
okay.
have it.
It's
I
okay.
got
Oh,
it already.
perfect.
So, but
But if Clayman and Tom King don't take over Justice League, DC needs to figure that out because that needs to happen.
Or just do another meaning like this. I'm
No.
perfectly
I
fine
want
with
them on the regular book.
All right.
The regular, I mean, come on. So that cuts to Booster trying to steal the evidence from Barry again,
and they sneak up on Barry.
and he ends up getting the drop on him and stealing what he needs to steal. And then Superman's given the speech, and he's basically calming everybody down. And he's giving like a really good speech. But then, now that Booster Gold has the evidence he needs, he's talking to Blue Beetle, and he's telling him, he says he sees it right away. He's like, you don't see it, I see it.
Yeah.
Because he's from the future. He's like, look, I've memorized all these people in the museums. I know everything about them.
Yeah.
And in the future, when you
I
need
know there's
Yeah, and he
Scarface.
explains that there's also time cops, for,
Yeah.
like time criminals, and the way they catch someone time traveling illegally is
they
they
take their RNA
they
and they base it against their birthday.
they're based based on
Compare it
their
to their
birth and
birthday.
stuff like that.
And then they come to the conclusion that
I love that
Wally
explanation.
the Wally West body that everybody's been fawning over is at least 5 days too old.
Yeah,
So that's where that stops, and then it just kind of gives you a whole bunch of
it's just like Superman's speech
and
going.
everything. Yeah,
And then pretty much when you get to the end of the speech, he sends out the message that he's looking for both Harley and Booster
Booster.
for questioning. And someone in the chat asked, why does suspect villain Harley allowed to roam free while suspect Booster was locked up? And I believe Harley,
because they tried to capture her and
she
invaded
escaped.
them. She
And-
invaded capture.
yeah, so she's roaming around still. So that's
She's
why.
got it with Batgirl.
And now she's out with Batgirl.
impossible
Yeah,
to
now
catch.
it's impossible because they're teaming up.
And I love to add to the confusion to Booster Gold. He's still not 100% certain on where he stands.
Wait, did we
When he
say
goes
the-
to Barry to obtain the evidence, he goes, "Hey Barry, what's up? So did I do it or not?" Like he doesn't even know if he did it or not.
but then so they end up using Skeets to track to Booster,
And they get to him.
and they get to him, and then right after he figures out that the body's 5 days too old, Harley and Batgirl show up, and Harley's like, "I'm gonna murder you," or no, what does she say? She's, "I'm gonna massacre you," and
Yeah.
Batgirl's like,
that's still
same-
murdering.
that's
You
still
can't
murder.
kill nobody.
he's like, "Man, you can't
You
kill
agreed.
anybody here."
You agreed
Yeah.
not to kill.
I like the moment earlier where she's like, "Huh, you know these superheroes, you learn something new every day." It's
Yeah.
like where murder means kill, and it's the same thing.
And then the book ends with
With
a sanctuary video of Harley.
Harley, where she basically talks about Joker told a joke, she didn't get it, and beat the shit out of him.
Yeah. So back to and then Gray Man asked or mentioned in the chat that, but she's with Batgirl. Why hasn't she arrested her? Because earlier
It's a
in the
means to an
series,
end.
they had pretty much had come to an agreement to kind of work together to try to figure certain
Figure
things
out what actually happened.
Yeah, so that's why they're working together, and that's why Batgirl hasn't really turned her in yet.
She
He's
kind of
still
feels
using
bad
her.
for her.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Well,
So
yeah.
they feel bad for
each other, because
Yeah.
Harley used the whole, the Joker.
Yeah, like
Use
the both
me
female
too.
victims.
Yeah.
The both female victims
Yeah.
of Joker.
Yeah.
And they're both living in shadows of those arch enemies, Batman and Joker.
Yeah, so, but we'll see what happens in 8. I'm totally in. He says
They
total
showed the
BS.
dragon.
Yeah, we'll see,
They
man.
showed the dragon panels.
Yeah,
during
Yeah.
Superman's
But
speech.
it wasn't really
And then,
anything.
yeah.
like-
Yeah,
Hey, what I would say to the whole Harley Batgirl thing is like, yeah, she's on the loose, but she's still with Batgirl. So Batgirl can at any time. She's not out there by herself doing crazy shit. Batgirl's keeping an eye on her.
see,
Right.
I'm thinking the other way. I'm thinking like, Batgirl's like on the edge, and this is a way that can, you can turn Batgirl at one point in time if Tom King wants to be really
I
crazy.
hope not.
So
I
I don't.
don't
Oh,
know.
I mean, hey, I'm just being that crazy guy saying stuff, stirring up the pot. Who knows?
But
you know?
I'm loving the other pairing of Booster Gold and Blue Beetle, and down to that phrase of "bros before heroes," and I love it. I love how it's just two guys hanging out, broing out, but at the same time they're there for each other. And I like how I think it's like every couple of panels or every couple of issues they look at each other and they're just like, dude, bro,
Yeah.
that's it. And like that's all they say, and they already have like an understanding of each other. And we've seen Batman and Superman, like comrades in battle and or even some kind of like frenemies, but we've never seen two guys just being bros, like having each other's backs,
Yeah, like
both
that. Yeah.
with capes and without the cape, per se. And I find that pairing just to be the best.
No,
That's good.
I enjoy it. We got what? How many more issues?
I think there's 10 on this one.
Booster
So
Gold
5
took out
more?
Flash.
No, there's
So
there's 9.
it's not.
That's
So
what we
got
should
4
really
more.
be talking about.
Booster Gold.
taking
Well,
out
they
Flash.
figured out that he's 5 years.
No, he
Well,
took
he had
out
that
Flash.
little energy
Yeah,
packet.
yeah,
that
yeah.
He distracted him because he's like, don't move. He's like, I will if you will. And he goes,
Huh?
huh? And he shocks him. So
No, what we really need to be talking about, Javi, is the 11 people that are here live in our chat. We want to thank you guys. Make sure you guys hit that
Thank you,
big
guys.
thumbs up for us. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and hit that notification bell, make sure you do it because we come live every Wednesday right here talking our favorite thing, comics. All right, so you guys ready to go Captain America?
Sure.
All right, I'm going to say this. Captain America is one of my favorite reads for sure. I don't know if it's being talked about enough out in the comic
I don't
world,
think so.
Yeah,
but
it's not,
I'll
but it
say
should
this.
be.
It's great.
Ta-Nehisi Coates is being this is great, bro. This book was very political. It was very Captain America.
This feels
It-
like a historic run, like something building here.
Yeah, like something that will be compared in the future, like
Yeah.
up there with the Ed Brubaker run.
Yeah, man, and it feels like it's building up to something. Of course, when you got Alex Ross doing covers on anything, you just
Yeah.
need to be on board, and we learned that
But Adam
With the Mortal
Kubert,
Hulk.
Adam Kubert
doing the the art on the
Interior,
inside.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
phenomenal as well. But just one of those things, man. Just any time that, or at least for me, anytime Alex Ross is doing covers, I need to be buying those covers. You know what I mean? So Captain America, he's still, as we all know, trying to erase I guess the bad name that came of him
The Supreme
as,
Commander.
as the head of Hydra, and
trying
now
to take over America.
yeah, and pretty much in this book, he's wrestling with, Sharon, and I forgot who the other woman was.
Is there
Attorney.
some
Attorney.
Is it
yeah.
attorney? Yeah, I figured it was like an attorney, but there,
I thought it was like a psychologist.
Yeah,
No,
I thought it was like a
she's attorney.
therapist. Oh,
No,
okay.
because they keep because they were talking about all the evidence they have against them, and they asked her, "What do you think I should do?" She's like, "You should turn yourself in."
yeah,
Because she even talks about, she's like, I'm surprised they didn't add a conspiracy charge to this
Yeah.
because of all the stuff that's
yeah,
going on.
because he's the last person with Ross who's had like bad. Like,
Well, he's
they
had
had
bad
like
blood.
an argument, right?
He's
There's bad
accused
blood, so
Ross-
that's motivation.
Yeah, he's accused Ross
so-
of turning on Sharon, and then the way Ross died with his back to the window, and then the basically the disc shape into his back.
Yeah.
They're saying
Yeah,
that,
some kind of massive blunt
Yeah.
force. And it's like a disc, and like she's like, the first thing is, where's your shield? And he's like, oh, I don't know.
But
I lost it.
here's the thing though. This starts with the whole thing being, I never understood, but it was the shield they wanted.
Yeah,
And
Yeah, because that's technically the murder weapon.
yeah, but the whole thing
No,
starts
the whole
on
thing
the
is like symbolic. Like they didn't want Captain America or Steve Rogers or
yeah. They wanted to destroy the shield
They
because the
wanted to
shield is the
destroy
symbol.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But the thing starts on the Myrmidon, which is a penal facility that was given to Baron Strucker because he opposed the Supreme Commander, and I guess that made him good in people's eyes. So,
But he still like got Hydra.
but he said he dropped
Notice.
Hydra, but he's still doing crazy shit.
yeah.
But he's dropped Hydra because he said, what did he say? He's like, besides, my beloved Hydra died the moment it became a haven for Undermen, Africans, and the world's cephalic rebel. So he's just like, no, if it's not pure white, I'm not in.
It's fucking nuts. But I did like the attorney also said about the whole conspiracy charge. To Justin's point, is that the only point against that to Cap is that he supposedly sent Sharon on a mission to die on a mission that's not recorded. There's no evidence of this mission being given to her specifically, and on a mission that no one else can recount other than her and him. Because remember, the other people that she went with also died.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then you've
It's
got
all the evidence is just
Yeah, it's pointing to him.
Yeah,
just
and
lining up.
But and
right to him.
and of course he doesn't want to turn himself in. Sharon doesn't want to turn himself in, but he wrestles with that throughout the book, and eventually he's like, "All right, I got to turn myself
But
in."
you see, remember
Yeah.
though, he's outlining the way they're doing it in this book too, because he talks about it's like when they wanted to they've tried to take down Cap many times.
Right. No
Okay.
matter who it was.
Yeah. When Bucky was Cap, they used his history as Winter Soldier to take him down. Okay, but with Cap, they can't do that because he's been loyal for a while. But Cap even tells you, he's like, this started way back when I was Nomad, the captain. When I left being captain, when I stopped fighting for this government, and Sharon was like, you don't fight for the government, you fight for the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he has the I can't remember what was the exact
You
quote.
fight for
But
those
so it-
ideology.
Yeah,
But
it's to
he's
the
still
vein.
questioning.
Yeah, it's to the vein that's like, how can I keep fighting for a government when I'm constantly opposing it?
Yeah.
And that's what
Yeah.
Justin said. Sharon says, like, you're not fighting for the country, you're fighting for its ideals, its people,
Its
the
dreams.
countrymen,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And he's like, oh, the people chose this.
yeah,
Like,
bro,
he's
like
he's
yo,
like, damn.
and I felt like that was like a straight
Yes.
shot at like.
The people chose
Oh,
this.
yeah, I don't even have to say anything. I thought I was like, damn, when I read that. Great Man Comics, he says this comic is totally pissing him off, to be honest. I
but I think
can
he's
hear
still-
you there.
I think he's still talking about Heroes in Crisis.
Oh, yeah? Oh.
God damn it. We've moved on.
Oh, sorry.
we're faster because
Yeah,
remember
sure.
the Fate's behind.
So,
But you've got Bucky in the bar with no name, beating the shit, trying to get a lead on who would go after Ross. Gets no lead there.
nothing.
And that's
And
ultimately
he's in the bar with no name.
Mhm.
Yeah.
From because it reminded me of the Nick Spencer
Great Man.
Amazing Spider-Man. I thought it
Yeah.
was hilarious.
So that pretty much convinces Cap he's got to turn himself in.
Yeah.
But he gives the shield to Sharon before he turns himself
that's
in.
deep, man.
Yeah.
Because then they're like, so where's the shield?
Yeah,
He's
you
like, I
got
don't
Nick
know, I
Fury
lost
ask
it.
him, where's the shield? He's like, I don't
I
know.
lost
Hey, you're gonna have to arrest me. Oh wait.
Yeah. But she's traveling with the shield, and I guess they take him to I don't know where the raft or something.
I'm assuming the raft. Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't say where.
Yeah. So and then she's like in a steam tunnel underground, and then she starts fucking saying like
Latin
and stuff. And at first I thought she was gonna be like one of the evil, like a
That's
like
what
a
I thought
witch or
too at
something.
first, yeah.
And I was like, oh shit. But no, she calls the Sisters of Liberty.
Daughters of Liberty.
Oh, sorry, the Daughters of
Daughters
I
of
Liberty.
guess
Liberty.
it's like
Which
is that
is-
the A Force or no?
I guess because it's
No, because A-Force
Captain
included
Without
Jennifer
Captain
Walters.
Marvel.
so you got Mockingbird, you've got
Echo.
Echo,
You have
Spider-Woman, Miss
Susan
Fantastic,
Storm,
Susan Storm,
Jessica Drew, Spider Woman.
Yeah, Jessica
Yeah.
Drew.
and then I guess what's her name?
Misty Knight and the daughter of the dragon.
Sue Storm,
Wait,
I forgot
White
her name.
Tiger,
Wait.
Annabelle Riggs. The team is Jessica Drew, Sue Storm, Misty Knight, White Tiger, Annabelle Riggs, Mockingbird, and Echo. That's the full team.
Okay.
It's like the Dryads call us once more or something like that. It's super epic the way she
Yeah.
summons them.
It's like, yeah, something about like
The
you can't
ancient-
stop a revolution.
Again, the ancient serpent arises, and then they say the Daughters of Liberty rise to meet it, and that's where it stops. And it's like, shit, what the fuck?
But I like the symbolism of like it's a man, yeah, maybe stepping down, but you can stop a man, but you can't stop its revolution or his ideals.
And just
I love that.
That
to
cover,
show
I
off-
can't wait for that cover.
this next cover. I know someone said like that was the cover, but this cover right here, guys, is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
So
Then
definitely
you see the stitching on the A.
sick, super sick. No, I'm enjoying this book. It just sucks that it's
Yeah.
once a month. It just feels
Yeah.
like it's so long.
It's so
before
so
it comes
far
out,
in between,
you know?
man.
Yeah.
So,
You almost have to bank it and read a couple of them at a time because it's like a good TV
Yeah,
show.
this is one of the few books that I am reading the summary of what's happened before because I'm forgetting minor details when I currently read an issue. Man, but I do the same thing for Heroes in Crisis, so it's not that big of a deal.
not that big of a deal.
Well, we've been spoiled now too because a lot of books are twice a month.
Or no,
So now we're kind of
bi-weekly.
used to it, and we're like, "Ah, shit! This is only once a month. What kind of shit is that?"
But
Yeah,
with
I
that,
think
quality writing and that fantastic art and covers too, I don't mind.
but he's also actually like a book writer. Like he actually.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
yeah.
He's still on. I think he's still writing Black Panther too.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Yeah, he is.
because he was the big name coming on to Black Panther
Yeah.
when Sam was still in
So
business.
he's probably busy. And Adam Kubert on the art, man.
yeah.
No, super
You
sick.
need
I mean,
to
I
take
miss
some time.
Lanil.
Yeah.
I miss you, but if they had to replace him with somebody, Kubert is a good choice.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
Are we going to talk about what we picked up? I did. Well,
I don't
Last-
think we really read anything else. I didn't.
Well, no,
Yeah, no
that was-
honorable mentions.
I mean,
have any.
Marvel Knights. I read Marvel,
Marvel Knights,
Knights.
I read it
you
as
know,
well.
It wasn't like this crazy epic thing, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah,
fun read.
I agree. It was a good closure, but it was a little anticlimactic because we thought it would be like a big epic
Yeah.
battle, and it was more of like a symbolic one. And cool, but just I wanted more.
Yeah, I agree. But other than that, not really. There wasn't. I mean, I read Spider-Man from last week. I mean, Spider-Man's still like okay. So
I dropped it. Amazing, right?
Yeah.
Amazing Spider. I dropped it.
So before I guess we go into, I mean, we can go into this week's pickups, but I also did find some older books last week, as anyone might have saw on one of my videos that I posted on the channel. But I guess just real quick, I just think it's just real cool. I found a whole bunch of first appearances last Friday, and just to kick it off with the first appearance of Psylocke. So
Psylocke.
yeah.
Psylocke
So-
is big.
I mean, I just figured before anything happens with these Marvel movies, we go ahead and get on some of these characters. So I found that last week, which was pretty cool at an okay price. It's not like near mint, but it's mid grade. So I also found the first appearance of Scott Lang, Avengers 181.
Yeah.
It's-
Nice.
It's not near mint. It's, probably lower mid grade, probably like a 4 or 5, but it's good to have because I have that first appearance of him as Ant-Man. So now I have that, together, which is super cool.
I remember hunting for this book.
Yeah, man. So, but yeah, just super stoked because once again, with everything happening in Marvel, I think Scott Lang is going to be the key to what's going to be happening in the end game. So, I mean, not that it can go up much higher, but who knows? You might see a little spike in that book for anyone speculating stuff. And this book has already seen spiking and speculation.
Yeah.
This is Amazing Spider-Man 212, first appearance of Hydro
I
Man.
think
Hydra
it's a
Man.
good book to have first appearance of Hydra Man, but I think that's gonna not
Yeah, he's
gonna
not.
be-
Yeah, I know.
He's not-
Yeah.
But
I'm with
that just gives it for when they actually bring him in because he is a great villain.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
No, he is.
He is
He's
a
one of
great
my
villain.
favorites. He's one
So-
of my favorites.
This book is high grade for sure. I want to say it's probably like a 9.0, maybe like a 9.2. So I don't know if you guys want to check it out. Yeah, I guess pass that around.
Buddy
And then
faces the wet thread of Hydra.
the last
Good one.
book that I
The
find
wet thread.
is
Oh, yeah.
Amazing Spider-Man 28. It's definitely low grade, but low grade's better than no grade.
Yeah.
And it's the first appearance of Multiman. The
I
thing that
tried
does,
so hard to get this book a couple of months ago, where I was bidding and bidding and bidding, and I just couldn't get it.
yeah.
That's great.
So it's a little beat up. It does have a sticker on the cover, which sucks, but just super cool. I have Amazing Spider-Man 28 issues from 27 issues from number 1. So those were like my back issue finds from last year. Last year. What the hell am I talking about? So those were my back issue finds from last week. And then I guess that will bring us to what came out today on, I don't know if you guys want to check that out. So yeah, that would just bring us to what came out today. And today, it wasn't a big week.
One's for me.
Yeah, it was a big week for you.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me, and I was able to pick up some variants.
Oh yeah.
Happy about that.
I put shit back again because I was just like that Harley cover.
Did you put it back?
I put it back.
No.
Oh, you should've-
No, but I made a decision. I've missed too many. I'm just gonna cut the
It
cord
was
down.
the crazy one where she was like,
Yeah,
anime.
yeah.
But
I
wanted it.
oh you did?
Yeah.
There's one there.
Yeah,
I
I was
put it
there for you to
back.
pick up.
It wasn't there when I was there.
Oh no, she took
Oh.
it. Taylor took it from.
All right, great man. So you know the first appearance of Psylocke is X-Men 256. So you can keep your eye out for that, man. I did see your comment. X-Men 256. So all right. So what I picked up today: Star Wars, Age of Republic, Anakin Skywalker. Just nothing crazy. I just buy everything Star Wars. Unfortunately, well, fortunately for us. Just
Have you even been reading these Old Republic books?
The only ones that I have read were the Obi-Wan Kenobi one. I did read the Darth Maul one as well. And
Oh, where are they
I think
so
I read
far?
the Qui-Gon Jinn. The Obi-Wan Kenobi one was cool because you saw, I said it, Palpatine is the father of Anakin. He's the one that plants.
Yeah.
So that was cool. And just like Justin, I'm just to complete the run.
Yeah.
I got Star Wars 61. So
That's ultimately why I'm buying them now.
yeah, I guess since I'm on
This
the Marvel
one, I
tip,
should have grabbed that one. Apparently, the new Lantern is in this one.
your first appearance, yeah. So, well, I guess keeping it Marvel, we'll get to what Justin was talking about in just a moment. Yo, what's up, Discovery Bay Comics? I like his new thing. You've been discovered.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What's
So-
up?
Next thing Marvel that I picked up was Avengers 14, and of course, I'm super excited to see what's going to be happening. Thank you, Javi, for showing these off. Super excited to see what's going to be happening with Blade joining the team
Yeah.
because we're
Think
finally going
this
to
is
see
a-
that.
The
This
Civil
is
War
a
about the
confirmed-
vampires.
A confirmed first appearance.
Yes, there is a confirmed first appearance
Of
the
who?
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
How's gonna find out for you? So pick that up. I also picked up Old Man Quill #1 because
Yeah.
Old Man Hawkeye was a great read as well. So have
You know
that.
You guys know there's an old Harley Quinn going on right now.
Yes,
I
do
saw
know.
that.
I'm okay.
Yeah, I agree with Joe. It's not something I care to read, but cool that's happening.
Nothing.
And then last one, Marvel, probably one of my favorite reads right now, of course, Immortal Hulk 13, and of course Alex Ross on these covers. So you have to pick those up.
What was the first appearance from what book?
Avengers number 14.
The Legion of the Unliving.
Ooh.
That's probably like the warring faction of vampires in that
Mhm.
Civil War.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're good or bad.
And then I picked up 3 DC books, Batman 64. I got the B cover. I mean, this has not been as hot as some of those other covers. All
What? No, this cover is awesome.
That cover is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
right, I don't know. I think I just don't like the
Who
side
is that? It
thing.
looks like Alex
Yeah.
Murphy.
Yeah, I think I just don't like the side
Here.
thing, but it's cool.
With the Batmobile?
No, it's
That
cool.
was cool. Is that Murphy? Because it looks like his art.
Yeah, it's Murphy. But
Yeah,
not Alex.
I
It's
knew it.
Gene.
Gene
cover's
Murphy?
dope.
And then it
Gene
was
or
in
Sean. I don't know.
it was in my box.
Sean Murphy. Yeah, Sean Murphy. My bad.
It was in my box,
Alex Murphy's
Oh, that's-
RoboCop. God damn it.
and I didn't see too many out there, so I just kept it. And that was Young Justice #2. Yeah, I see what you did there.
He put this
Yeah.
landscape. I like it.
So
I picked this up. I think I picked this up. No, I put this back actually.
Yo, the show.
did you put that back?
Yeah.
Yeah, the show's has been really good.
Amazing.
The show
So-
was great,
Fucking that's what I'm saying.
but this isn't the show. It's
No, I'm not reading that.
And then
I watched the show.
the last thing that I picked up this week was Adventures of Super Sons #7. And as Justin mentioned earlier, there's a first appearance of a new Green Lantern, and I guess that's him on the cover, right?
Yeah.
So Javi can show that off. So really stoked to be on Super Sons because I just love Damian Wayne and Jonathan Kent together. So good stuff. All right. What'd you pick up outside of that, Justin?
Well, I got both covers of. I got everything you got. Then I got both covers for Green Lantern, which I'm still on.
Sweet. Passing books around now.
This is the regular cover. Oh, pretty dope.
I'm liking Sharp's color schemes on his covers.
I think that's this one. Okay.
And then I got the new Batman, but here's my problem. I just noticed this. It's not Tom King.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
It's Joshua
yeah,
Whedon.
because it's
that's
part of
right.
that
It's that crossover with Flash.
That's
Yeah.
right. I should have gotten that normal cover. That normal cover looks cool. I didn't even
Yeah,
see
so
it.
I got those.
Show that normal cover.
So I got those. I got the Young Justice regular cover. I got the
Oh, and you got
Avengers.
Conan.
And I got
forgot to
Conan.
grab Conan, man. You guys got to keep an eye out for number 2 for me. Man, I can't talk tonight. I'm all over the place.
I'm excited as fuck for Conan.
And then I picked up Uncanny number 11 because I'm gonna try and
Oh,
get into
yeah.
that story.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
That looks nice.
Look at that.
That looks awesome.
That,
Look at that
that
team.
almost flips me back onto the
That's Jim
following
Lee.
the X-Men again.
I mean, it's like
That's
it's
really
supposed to be
Really
Cyclops and and Wolverine both newly back in this
Yeah.
world, rebuilding the X-Men.
that's really interesting.
This is
Can I have
a
those
$1
green
bill.
hey, thanks Discovery Bay for coming in and hitting that like button for us, just like everyone else.
You think
Make
so?
sure you hit that like button. Have a great night, brother. If you guys have not yet, go check out Discovery Bay Comics' YouTube channel. He'll keep you updated on all the comic book YouTube content. So thank you, brother, for hopping in with us. And thank all of you for staying with us, man. And however you're listening to this on iTunes, SoundCloud, or Stitcher, make sure you hit that like. Make sure you share it. Tell your friends about it. Javi, what did you pick up outside of any of this? I know I keep plugging it. I'm just a shameless plug guy
Yeah.
all day, every day.
Like this.
You know.
Holy crap.
Yeah. I got the.
Thank you, Great Man, for joining us, man. Have a good night, brother.
I got the. Damn, we're starting with the fire.
Oh,
The
bro.
Female furries. Female Furies.
Yeah, with the Barda cover,
I got the
I-
Barda
nice.
cover.
I had to think about that one.
I had to think about it too. I'm not really interested in the storyline,
No, and then the art in it doesn't look all that great.
but
Yeah, cover it, though.
this big Barda cover,
Amazing.
Cameron does not do it justice.
No, I guess not. Wait, well, I'm
I got
working
the-
on another camera. I'm working on another camera. Bear with me.
I got the Deathstroke.
No, buy one now.
The
That
Deathstroke.
Deathstroke cover.
That's a
is-
cool
Yeah.
psychedelic ass cover.
Yeah,
That shit was like Grateful Dead.
it's what it's supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Good. I'm glad I caught the reference.
yeah.
You would.
Yeah. But you wouldn't, Joe.
No, because I don't listen to Grateful Dead.
Grateful Dead's awesome.
I did get Immortal
Immortal
Hulk. I didn't put it on my pull list, but there was one there,
So you
and
had to
I
grab
had
it.
to snag it. I was like, "Fuck it, it's, never know what can happen." I got Old Man Quill, but I got the variant.
Ooh, that's a nice variant.
Yeah, that is a sick variant. I did see that out there.
Nice.
I'm pretty excited to know what. the
What? Yeah.
storyline
What's
is.
going on with it?
Yeah.
I don't know, but thank you for joining us, Shannon. I hope you haven't left yet. If not, good night to you as well. We got people coming in and out of the chat, but thank you guys for joining us.
Catching up on Batman.
It's a lot to catch up.
Yo, Javi's
Yeah.
got a lot, bro. I haven't seen this pool of Javi's in a while.
It wasn't that bad. It was only like $35,
Oh, all right, nice.
and that's about it. Avengers, Batman 64, Avengers 14, Conan 3.
Sweet.
What are we most excited about to talk about next week?
Well, I picked up downloaded the same shit that we're all on and reading.
Well, now that he's done Tom King, I'm not really all that excited to talk about Batman anymore.
All right.
But it should be cool because that last crossover was cool.
Yeah, just
The button.
yeah, Avengers, definitely Avengers.
Definitely excited for Avengers.
Young Justice
I'm excited as fuck for Conan.
and Conan.
Conan for sure.
Conan, but I'm most interested
Old Man Quill. We gotta give
with
Bro,
Yeah,
Old
Man
Man
Quill.
Quill. That's the one I have the
See,
most interest in.
The thing is, you guys are all asleep. The most exciting thing out right now is Immortal Hulk 13. And I'm going to tell you that right now. And I
No,
cannot
I'm not
wait
asleep.
for
But just here's the thing: you won't shut up about it. So
that.
I mean,
And again,
I
will
feel
jump
like
on-
I feel like not only am I reading the book, but I've read it so many times because you keep talking about it. So.
No, man.
Because I'm
that's-
rereading I'm reading the
I
trade
want.
paperback.
Yeah.
I let him borrow it. So when you're done, you got to give it to him.
It's issues 1 through 4.
1 through 5.
1 through 5?
Yeah.
It's issues 1 through 5, and they tease The one below.
The one below.
Yeah.
They tease him in the first the first, second, or third issue.
I want to say it's the second
I
with
think
Dr.
it's the
Fry.
second, Yeah.
And then the first appearance of Dr. Fry, issue 2 is already going up to like $40, which is crazy.
Apparently, Dr. Fry is a character from the
TV show, yes, he is
Cool.
from the whole TV show.
Yeah.
So,
that's
that's
why,
pretty cool.
yeah.
That's why the book
People-
is like so hot. Yeah.
And then I don't know, and I know everyone else keeps saying this, and like if you see the reviews about it, but it just as you read it, and just like we're like this Cap thing, but it's on another level where you feel like you are reading something legendary. Like it's one of those runs that you like. Yo,
Oh, I can't
You know.
not. I mean, you're right. It's the book. People are
Are
talking
talking
about that
about
book.
right.
so
It's just one of those things where you're on it, and it's not unattainable, but it's so hard to go back and get the books now that I'm just gonna
no, I hear
I'm gonna
you.
let this one go
Well, that's a cool
until
thing.
the show. And
That-
then when I go to the show, I'm gonna see if I can pick up a run.
That's a cool thing for you to bring up, Justin, because I noticed, because I'm a digital guy on Comixology Unlimited, if you do the subscription like I do, the first 6 issues are already on Unlimited. So you can read them for free if you have that subscription with Comixology. Or that, you just get that member discount. Because I get 15% off all new books, and as old as
Well, that's
6
just
months
you,
or 5
because
months.
I'm signed up too, my friend.
Good. So you'll
And I
see.
still-
You'll see in more.
I still have the account, so it's
Good.
still-
Well, do you have the unlimited one?
Yes,
the
of
membership
course.
one?
Yeah, it's like
So you'll
$6,
see
right?
Hulk is
Yeah.
always spotlighted. When you go to like the Marvel section on
Yeah.
Comixology, it's spotlighted on Unlimited now, and it's like the first 6 issues are for free on Comixology Unlimited.
Maybe that's the way I can give that to you too. Jason,
Yeah.
so you can read.
Or me, yeah.
But no, it's a great read. That's probably the most exciting. Like when I get
Peter
home, I'm
Quill
probably
reading
reading that and
that
Peter
too.
Quill. Yeah, man, for sure.
The Price of Justice.
What was that?
You can read it on his iPad.
No, I was actually thinking the other day because I was thinking about how Kevin talks about how he's like he reads one comic a night, and I was thinking about myself when I go to bed. I have my iPad with me, and I'm usually reading this or reading that. Shit, I could throw a comic in there, and I could read that.
Yeah.
But I could still buy. I mean, I'm not against
I know. I'm joking.
I'm not against digital. I just think I need to have my physical, and I don't like the idea of having to buy 2 books to buy it twice,
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I hear you there.
And if you take the I don't know, Marvel, one of them still does the digital copy, or
Marvel,
Yeah.
Marvel still does digital copy. But if you take the digital copy of that, it's like taking the tattoo out of Amazing Spider-Man 2 with the first Hobgoblin.
Yeah.
You devalue the books, so it's like no, I'm not.
yeah,
gonna
you're
do
on
that.
the edge of that. Yeah, and we've had this conversation before. Numerous times. on the podcast.
I see the merits
So-
of having a digital content.
Yeah.
I really do, and I just like giving you guys shit for it. But at the same time, I see the value of it. But I'm never going to give up unless I would.
And you get all the variant numbers.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean anything. It's it's ones and zeros.
Poor Mike says you gotta read
Oh,
paper.
yeah.
Digital is so lightweight. LOL.
That's fine as long as I read.
No,
That's all I can.
Well, no, and at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Because however you get your comics,
Yeah.
you buy them digitally. If you buy them at your local comic book shop, it's all about supporting comics because we need the community to grow. So just make
Yeah,
sure
man,
you just
support
purchase
the art
them
no matter
in
how
any
way.
way you can.
Yeah, Chad says go get your books, and I say read your books.
as long, as long as you're reading them.
Yeah.
So we had a couple of commercials during the
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
The aforementioned
And I just want to
Super
let
Bowl.
anyone that's live here in the chat, if you guys got any questions, you want us to talk about anything, please let us know. We got about 15, 20 minutes left. We're kind of going to open it up. We're going to talk about the commercial that
Yeah.
Justin's about to
But
talk
also
about.
not questions, or people also listening to the audio form podcast and whatever. But also tell us what other books are we sleeping on.
I
Like
think we
Chad
see that
brings
every
up,
week.
but we have to, man. We have to because you're the only one reading Immortal Hulk. If more people say, "Hey, get on that," it's going to push the rest of us to get on it as
Yeah.
well. If there's something else we're sleeping on, like how Justin's on, I believe it's called Middle West. If more people tell us about it, we're going to jump on that too because it's a community. We need to know where are the
Well,
ways.
it also tells us what
pointers.
people want us to talk about.
Yeah, for
Exactly.
sure.
It's like, why aren't you
You
guys
wanna hear
talking about
more?
this book?
Right.
And shout out to Mike. He's, I guess, listening in Tampa. So that's pretty cool.
That's
Nice.
cool.
Much
So-
love from Tampa.
I want to say Gray Man might be from London because he said mate and cheers a few times.
Could be Australian.
So true. That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
So we had Avengers Endgame trailer.
Yeah, the
Teaser.
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 That shit was like not even
Teaser.
30 seconds.
I mean,
And to be honest with you, I didn't really catch a whole lot out of it.
me either, man.
But I will say this though, I do like the idea of the decimation because that's not something I thought about. Like you think about the snap, but you don't think about the effect
the
of the snap.
aftermath.
Yeah,
And
that's
you see all
It's a
like the
ghost
state.
sound.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's support groups that Cap's in trying to deal with it.
That poster was like, now where do we go now that they're gone?
They're gone.
And it gives me vague. I don't know if anyone here saw it, but like HBO show The Leftovers, which is about
Yeah.
the aftermath of the rapture.
Yeah.
Once random people disappear, but what is life after that?
Yeah.
And it's cool that a fucking Disney-funded Marvel superhero comic book movie is even tackling that issue. That to me is super fucking cool. But something that we did get glimpses of that I found interesting in this teaser is Cap gets the shield back.
Yeah.
And I wonder, how did he find it or who gave it to him?
He's back in time, bro.
Well, it was in the Avengers. Well, I'm sure Tony had in the.
I took it as maybe
Headquarters.
Ross like confiscated it or something
No.
like that. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
No, because
Tony
the
had
whole
it.
thing was, you can't take that shield. My father made that shield.
Right, so Tony.
It's not yours.
Yeah.
So
So,
sorry,
he
so
left it.
Tony.
So I
kept
would
it.
assume Tony kept it.
So it's
Yeah.
at the
It's-
Avengers
it's-
headquarters.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Tony ain't there, so it's like, yo,
See,
give me
yeah.
my shield.
But you did see Tony and Nebula
And
working
Nebula
together.
Working-
like,
yeah.
working hard as hell together.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, and I knew it since that first trailer. I'm like, Nebula's there, and we're just not seeing it
Yeah.
in that
Oh,
shit.
yeah, we all knew it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
then,
we all
so
did.
and the rumor is that they're going to be rescued by Pepper.
Yeah.
She's going to be in the
In
rescue,
the rescue
army.
armor.
Yeah.
It's the rumor. I'm not
No,
saying
no,
I'm
no,
going
no.
with it. I'm just saying that's the rumor.
Well, no, I mean, there's
Speaking
already
of it.
been pictures of her in the armor.
No, I know, but I don't think
So-
so.
Oh, but not public. That's not public.
Yeah, she.
I have not seen that myself.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
She's like in
it-
front of a green screen.
yeah,
She's got
it's-
that
Okay, public in the sense of press and
No,
promo.
yeah, I
You're
got
talking
you.
like leaked photos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
but
I'm
you've
not gonna go
seen
out of my
them.
way to go look for. No, I haven't looked for
Really?
that.
Oh, bro, that was
it
months
was
ago.
everywhere. It was everywhere.
That's why.
I'm
The,
glad I
that's
haven't
why the
found
first
that.
Appearance of Rescue was like spiking
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, imagine after the movie.
Well, if it does, I mean, probably. I mean, it's already dropped, and I don't think so because okay, if anything, the movie will hurt that. Like, if you're someone that's flipping that book, the moment those photos leaked and that book was spiking, that's when you had to move it because she's not going to be a major player.
Of course
in the
not.
you know, she's
No.
just bringing back. You know what I'm saying? She's not going to turn into some marvelous superhero.
Well, see, it's all
So-
speculation.
yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
It's all
But-
speculation.
but-
right now, the speculation is what is she going to do?
Okay,
Once
she
you
does-
find out what she's going to do, then the
It's-
book starts to go down.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
a speculation book
No.
anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So,
It's like the Hydra Man.
and I don't think it's going to go any higher than where it was. You know.
Yeah, but it's still a cool character, and it's still
Oh,
a good
and
book to
if
have.
you're someone that's
Yeah.
a collector, and if you're into the MCU, definitely, like as Justin said, great book to have.
Yeah.
Invincible Iron Man #10, 2005 run, I want to say.
Mm.
But I thought another tidbit that I thought was interesting was this is the first time of new footage we see Rocket. Because in the first trailer,
yeah.
a lot of people were in
And
the comments and
Colin,
stuff.
man.
Yeah,
and-
so get him. You
Yeah.
could get him.
Kevin, get it.
No,
If I can reach-
There's gonna be a chain
Just grab his
reaction.
gun.
Just grab his gun.
No, I just want to grab it.
There you go.
So you see Rocket in the what I have dubbed, and a lot of people have
Yeah.
dubbed the DNA run, the Dan Abnett and Andy. Damn it, I'm forgetting now. But the DNA run of the Guardians, which is the quintessential one of the forming of this specific team of
Right.
Star-Lord, Rocket, Groot, Gamora, Drax, stuff like that. So this is the first time we're going to be seeing him in that blue and red uniform. You see it in the footage, and from what it looks like, from what I've gathered, at least in the footage of the Super Bowl teaser, him opening the door to Thanos' hut. That's what it looks like. I'm not sure.
But there's also the thing where you have
Okay.
all four of them, or excuse me, all six of them,
Five.
five of them.
Yeah, because
Someone's missing out of the group on the field.
Oh, I thought you meant the one where they're walking in the base,
no.
as if they're not
Yeah,
operating.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, you get the scene on the field where they're running on the field, and then there's clearly an empty spot.
Yeah, between
Between-
Bruce and Rhodey.
Yeah, because the meme now is that wow, they got Drax in there,
Yeah, because it's empty. You can't see him.
but they've got a spot. So they've edited somebody out for the trailer. So who did they edit out?
Miss
Who do you-
Marvel.
Miss
Gotta
Marvel.
be, right?
Yeah.
Gotta be
Miss
Captain
Marvel? Captain Marvel or
Yeah.
or Shuri, because the first trailer leak or shows that she's missing or dead. So it could be Shuri, but for some, I don't know why they would have a plot line of why she's gone or missing.
No, that was all speculation. That she. Well, they said that they're dead, but you don't know what he was looking at.
Yeah,
what time period it is,
that could have
or
actually been
it's
changed too,
before,
because
or-
they
Yeah.
changed plenty of shit in
Yeah.
trailers.
Yeah.
It could have been that she was missing, and then they decided not to ever miss anything.
Because they show Scott Lang.
Yeah,
Scott
And then
Lang.
he's still
Yeah, and then he
alive.
pops up.
The key. Scott Lang's gonna be the key in the next movie.
The key.
I don't know.
Mm.
He's got the
No,
key
my
to
favorite
things.
shot, which I don't know, my favorite shot was that back shot of Thor
yeah.
carrying
Stormbreaker.
Stonebreaker.
Bro.
Yeah,
That was my
that
favorite
was-
part.
that
I
was-
was like, holy
He's gonna
crap.
be key. Man.
He's the one that's like,
He's pissed.
yeah.
He's pissed because in his mind he's like, I
With that-
shot my shot, and
But to me,
This.
that makes me think like, okay, who's gonna take down Thanos? Is it gonna be Hulk or is it gonna be Thor?
It's gonna be collectively, all of them.
I'm with
Yeah,
Joe.
Everybody.
The only way it will work is if they work together as a
Everybody
team
has to work
again.
together.
Not since Civil War have we seen them all back together.
Yeah, people seem to think that Captain Marvel's gonna come and save everybody. No, she's not.
No.
It's gonna be collectively. Everyone's gonna do it.
No. Boy, there's been so many dumb theories and
Oh, yeah.
but strange theories too.
Could it be that it's Captain Marvel that finds
That's
Tony?
what I think.
and
That was
instead
early.
of
If it's not Captain
That'd be
Marvel,
cool.
then it's the Nova
In her
Corps,
sword-
but
in
they're
her
not
sword
throwing
ship?
them back in the movie.
No.
They're destroyed.
Could she be the leader of Sword already? Oh my god, please.
What?
Sword.
Well,
This
'cause
many
there's-
years and it'd be a secret?
I'm sorry.
because you have to have her leave the planet at the end of this movie, at the end of Captain
Right.
Marvel, because we haven't seen her at all. So she has to leave.
And be doing something
Yeah,
else.
doesn't see the
Yeah.
galaxy.
Yeah.
No, I think she's in prison.
No.
No,
But-
Yeah,
but-
that's one of the cool, crazy theories online is that she's in prison. After the snap, her guards snap away. She gets away, gets the beeper, and gets the message from Fury, and goes back.
No,
to
see
Earth.
that doesn't make any sense.
That's
Why
a
would
theory again.
why would Fury have, if she's in prison? Fury would know she's in prison. Why would he have a beeper to her?
He doesn't know that. She just left. She just went off planet.
Oh, so you're saying not on this world?
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right,
thought
that's
you
what I
meant,
mean.
like- thought
She-
you
let's
meant
say the
prison on Earth.
Skrulls took her.
no.
Oh,
she
I
goes
see.
against the Kree and she's in Kree
That's
prison.
that's a cool theory.
Yeah, it's just a theory, and I thought
That
it
would
was
explain
cool
why you hadn't heard from her.
Yeah. for so long too.
But the galaxy's so big. I mean,
Right.
it would be interesting to think that she leaves, she goes back to lead the Kree for whatever reason as Captain Marvel, and then she's the one that finds Nebula and Tony in space, and it kind of goes from there. I think that would be neat because that would be because without the Guardians, who else do you have in space? Because now the Guardians are all gone, so you need somebody in space that could go find them. So the next obvious choice would be
Captain
Captain Marvel
Marvel.
because there's nobody else.
Yeah.
And as much as I think it'd be cool that Pepper goes and finds Tony, I can't see her
Being in
putting an
space,
armor
so
together,
that
building a ship, and then going out into space looking for
Yeah,
Tony.
she's
Right.
just not gonna fucking jump in the suit and go
Yeah.
off into space.
I could see her in a
Yes.
last stand situation against whatever fight they're gonna fight. It's like, look, we need all hands on deck, and you're still here, so you're fighting.
Right.
I could see that situation, but I just out in space for no reason just doesn't sit with me. I don't think so.
Especially what we've seen from her in the past. Like she's against the whole Tony.
Right.
It would bring up too many questions because like if she's the one that all of a sudden saves Tony, and you're just like, okay, wait a minute, what? Okay, you just it hurts your head too much.
Yes.
I don't see that.
Well, we're in the countdown. We got the Captain Marvel movie to kind of hold us
40
over
40
until
days.
the actual movie comes out. So
Got the Lego Movie 2 this week.
yeah, well, no, there's a lot of movies coming out, and before big screen Cosmic Ghost Rider would be badass. I agree with you, poor Mike. Cosmic Ghost Rider is my favorite character right now.
Too much baggage,
but
it's never happened.
It's never gonna happen. It's too early for it to happen.
Well,
Yeah.
that is too much baggage.
Oh yeah, it's too comic booky.
too
You know?
much baggage.
But that would be
It's great
super
in
sick.
comic books because it's Frank Castle, but the minute you try to explain Punisher, it's never gonna
Yo,
work.
let's just see him in an animated movie. Maybe we could.
There
set
you
that.
go.
Yeah.
Let's see him in
They
an
only
animated
got
movie.
Miles.
That would be super cool. But as we count down to Endgame, we got Captain Marvel, we got Lego coming out, and before we also the big thing is Game of Thrones. You know?
Game of Thrones.
So-
Bro, April's gonna be busy.
Yeah, man.
Shazam's still on the
Yeah,
horizon.
Shazam looks good.
Wait for
Did you
Shazam.
read Shazam #2?
No, not yet.
I didn't like number one much.
I didn't either, but I figured it's Jeff Johns. I'll give it a shot. If I'm not real into 2, I'll dump it. So we'll see where it goes from there. Did you see the new TV spot for Shazam?
No.
The new TV spot
Yeah.
has him jumping off a roof and yelling Shazam,
yeah.
and he transforms and then flies off. It's really cool.
All right, I gotta check
The
that
lightning
out.
strike,
Yeah,
little bit of
lightning.
smoke, and just flies off. Is super dope.
Gotta
I can't
check
wait for
out.
that, man.
And then it ends with the whole thing where they're at the realtor's office. It's like, you guys
Yeah.
want a lair? He's like, yeah, something overlooking the water on a hillside or whatever. And it's really funny.
Yeah, Freddy looks like he's gonna be stealing that movie.
Well, the Marvel family is supposed to be in
Yeah.
the movie. So you're supposed to get Freddy. You're supposed to get Captain Marvel Jr., Mary Marvel. You're supposed to get the whole Marvel family.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm
Sweet.
about that.
Sweet. All right, guys. Well, I don't know if there's anything else left that anyone wants to say in the chat. We want to thank all of you guys for watching. Make sure you hit that like button for us. Hit that subscribe. Leave a comment. If you're listening to us on iTunes, SoundCloud, or Stitcher, tell your friends about us. We are 90 Miles from Comics. You can come join us on the live feed every Wednesday at Chad 90MF Comics on YouTube. So we will see you guys here next week. Same bat channel, same bat time,
Same bad time, same bad channel.
and same pop cave.
There you go.
Hey.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
So hopefully that would be great. Hey, it's comfortable in here. I like it.
I like it
yeah,
too.
I think it's cool. So and I think we can get a good angle here, and we should we'll see what's up for
Talk
next
to the
week.
boss.
Yeah, I was gonna say the
yeah.
lady of the house.
Talk to the
Yeah,
boss.
talk to her.
Well, thank all of you guys again for joining us. We'll see you here next week.
Later.
Later.
Peace. You want me to stop the live feed too?
Yeah, I guess so. Unless there's no one else really saying nothing. But
Yeah.
thank you guys for joining us. It was a lot of fun.
Conan.
Thank you, Kat, for sticking around. Thank
Conan.
you, poor Mike. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Gray Man. Thank you,
Wow.
Pope Cerebus. Thank you, Discovery Bay. You guys are awesome. We'll see you guys next week, man. Sweet.
Read your books.
Yeah, man. Go get your book. I forgot to end it on that. Go get your books. Terrible. We're terrible
You're
at this.
fired.
That's your catchphrase, bro.
Yeah, right. It is my catchphrase. I gotta start using it on
How
MCE.
far behind are you, Joe? You haven't said like what you